Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your 2024 reading. It's me here, Krystal Clear. Happy to deliver this month's message for you, and happy birthday to all the May Geminis. All right, so going to pull two cards first and foremost for the overall energy for Gemini in the month of May. The first card coming into this month, let's see how things are. We've got transpersonal, the Watchers. Okay, so coming into the month, like you're ready for a change. You may not have experienced the change yet. You may not even be sure what the change looks like moving forward, but I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to at least prepare mind and soul that a shift is coming, that there's a change coming. When I see the Watchers, it's like you're in a very observatory pattern. Either you're observing patterns and recognize them, like your pattern recognition is zinging, and you're realizing there are some things that need to change. And I feel like May is going to be the month where it's the change starts in the mind. The change starts with the energy. The change starts from within and brings you to maybe the change happening next month. But let's see what May brings. Coming into it, we've got the transpersonal, the transformation. And as we leave the month of May, okay, we've got two cards that wanted to come out. Oh, wow, look at that. Preparations come to fruition by the end. Incredible. Beginner's mind, first breath. Yeah, there's some, by the end of the month, you are ready to take these preparations that you've been working with and really put them into action. So it's very interesting that Spirit is kind of encouraging that this month there's a lot of preparations that happen, but it's preparations you see in the beginner's mind. We see it's transpersonal. It's that inward transformation. So there's a big internal transformation happening for you this month, Gemini. No more playing around. You're seeing things clearly. Once that solar eclipse week came, there was a lot that revealed. Mercury retrograde really brought in some aha moments for you. And I feel like you're really starting to connect the divine dots with Netcaster. You're really starting to connect the divine dots and see, okay, like, I'm starting to see where I need to make the change, and I need to be a little less worried about the things coming to fruition. So really beginning to see things concluding this month. You're preparing the mind and the energy. So let's take a look at each week, starting with the first week. Okay, we've got the World. That's a great card coming out for the beginning of the month and for the first week. We've got the Knave of Cups in reverse coming out for the second week. The Knave of Cups is also like the Page of Cups. We've got the Knight of Pentacles the third week. So definitely not about like any action. This is all on the mind. We need to prepare the mind first. And finally, yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Spirit's like, I don't want you taking too much action this month. I want you to really work on your mindset. I want you to work on that phrase, getting your ducks in a row. I hate cliches, but in this instance, it really works. Spirit wants you to know coming into the month, everything that's happening with the Watchers, the transpersonal, the shifts and the changes, the World card is all about the awakening that we have. It's everything coming full circle. In the mind, whatever you have been going through in your personal life, it starts to make sense as to why things happened the way that they did. What is it teaching you about yourself, about your experience, and what is it showing you that you need from relationships and experiences moving forward? All of this is what's coming in just in the first week. In the first week, it's like all of the reflections start to make sense. Now, when I see all of these reversals for the final 3 weeks, it's definitely like, let's slow down. But let's look at the areas in which we're slowing down. In that second week, Spirit wants you, with the Page of Cups reversed, it's honestly not a bad card, but it's to really not allow the other relationships in your life, the other connections, to like bring you down or to make you feel like you were wrong, or to make you feel, I don't know, this feels either community, maybe you felt judged by your community or your group of friends or your family or even someone very close to you, because it feels like intimate relationships, like the two of you or you and this group were on maybe different pages, and they could have made you feel really poorly about that. And I feel like there's some strength that comes from sitting back and taking whatever their response was to you, to let their response be their response and let your response be your response. But for you to take care of you, to not continue to pursue these connections, family, friends, romantic lovers, if you feel that you're not in alignment, like you guys are not on the same page for what it is that you want. It doesn't mean you have to close these people out or like cancel them from your life. It just means they take a different role in your life and you share different things with them and you no longer continue to like, I don't know, feed that connection. You just let it be. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So that's like the resistance that you have found either from this group of people or these close people to you. Their resistance sometimes weighs heavily on you and causes you to like be afraid to grow because you don't want to grow like outside of their ideas or outside of just this group collective thinking, right? When I see beginner's mind, it's all about your mind and your thoughts. And a lot of the thoughts of other people have caused you to resist or hesitate maybe more than you normally would. And so this is like a renaissance month for you where you start to like reawaken with the World card. You reawaken to your truth and who you really are versus this, hive mentality that maybe you have been. It has served a purpose. For sure, everything serves a purpose, and now it's just time for you to continue moving forward. But Spirit's like, hang on, just not yet. We're gonna let the timing of things is important. So allowing May, you don't want to blow up any bridges. Let me be clear about that. You don't want to. It's okay to just let things simmer, let things settle without blowing them up or feeding them. And that's what the Ace of Pentacles is like. Let's try not to do this or that. Let's just be in the place of in between without taking too much or too big of a step forward, and certainly not like crushing or walking away from or even going backwards. But we want to just stay in that place in between. And so I feel like that last week where you might feel very much that you're ready to make some move. And I can't wait to see what next month brings for you. But this month, Spirit's like, steady the mind, steady the hand, steady the perception that you have within yourself. And that by the end of this month, you'll be ready to take some actions, or at the beginning of next month, you'll be ready to take some actions and take the next step. So let's see Spirit's final message, guidance, and insight for this month, Gemini. I'm going to pull 3. And we've got drink deeply. That, not only, yes, drink your water, make sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. Most people don't, and especially if you're someone who works with spirituality and things like that, I'd be happy to help you on the holistic side of things to make sure that you're maintaining your physical well-being as well as your energetic and spiritual and emotional well-being. But nonetheless, drink some water as you work with your energies. But also, I feel like the mentality, right? When we were talking a little bit about the hive mentality, I do feel like maybe you were a sponge for some other people's opinions and some other people's thoughts. And really you're at a place where you're defining your own thoughts and coming into your own truth. So drink deeply your own truth, and I like that, and let it nourish you. Yeah, begin anew. We've got beginner's mind. So this is definitely a transformational month for you where you're cocooning, right? You're getting ready to step outside of the month. It's also card number 21, which to me it's just lining right up with the World card in the tarot, number 21, where there's so much awakening coming in. There's so much awareness coming in. It's like you can see it. You're standing in this water tower. You're observing, right? Like Spirit said right at the beginning, you're observing all of this potential in front of you. You just want to claim it all. Trust the timing of it. Allow for yourself to blossom. Allow for the incubation period to take place. You're almost there. It's like you're so close. Just hold steady. Allow yourself to completely transform into that butterfly. And then finally, we've got alchemize. I love that because this is what you're headed into in June when you start to put all of that you've learned and all of that you've, kind of allowed to incubate and simmer. That's when you take it and you make it something, right? You take it and you alchemize with it. You turn all of the experiences, all of the hard relationships, you turn all of that into gold, if you will. You find a way for you to grow your voice, for you to find your fire, to fan your flame and make something of yourself. So May is definitely a time of preparation, setting you up for something really good, Gemini. I hope this helps for now. Take care.